Hi, as I am preparing my own game for blind playtesting, I thought it could be a good idea to blind playtest some other games, maybe learn how to do it myself, so it's the best experience for the playtesters. So I took from the forum the game. It's called Ankhs before Isfet. That was shared for playtesting. I printed it and I will do two videos. This one about how the game is prepared from the perspective of the playtester, and the second video will be the playtest itself. So the one is more interesting for the people that design games, and the other is will be more interesting probably for the creator of the game. So the game contains 3 files. I don't know if you can the rule book, the board, and the cards. And first thing, the cards are prepared like that, so they are, I don't know if I can show you on the phone, they are prepared to be printed double-sided, and they are moved to one side, so when the printer flips the card, it should print properly. But two things about that: the cards has those lines, and even though I have a pretty decent printer, when printing double-sided, the second time it took the sheet skewed, and it moved you don't see it, but the line of the back of this card is going across the text. So the first thing for me, I think the cards should be spaced much more. No lines. The lines like that should be avoided, in my opinion. Only the cut lines should be shown. And the spread, so if the card were spread across the width of the page with the cut lines, I think even printing this so badly wouldn't hurt the experience. So for myself, I will avoid anything like that. So the close lines, and also adding text close to the margin of the card, it can ruin the experience. So I try to print them by providing harder paper to the printer. And it did it better, much better, but still you can see that when I tried to cut, I forgot the first page I cut looking at the front of the card, and the second page I cut looking at the back of the card, and the lines are all over. So that's the one thing about preparing cards for print and play, that I think it's a good idea to avoid these lines. And the second thing is, it's a small thing, but if you look at this PDF, if it's visible, the prints are moved to the side, so the printer, when it's rotates the cards, the sheet will print it on the proper side. But as a user of the printer, and printers always do something other than you want them to do, and printing double-sided is always a problem. So for myself, I was anxious if while I provide the card, will it print on the proper side. So I would rather prepare the cards centered on the page. So someone who is printing it will feel like, okay, it will print properly. It's a small thing. I know it's a small thing, but I just look at this from my perspective as a designer to make it as nice experience for the playtesters as possible. Okay, the other thing, the manual. There is no name of the game in the manual, so I have to go back to the to my files and check how the games is called. So we'll write it. It's called Ankhs. Okay. And another thing is the game uses a lot of words that are from the ancient Egypt without any explanation, and it's very hard to when I read the manual only once, but when I read it I had to check a few times when there was an Isfet word. What's Isfet? So I still don't know. Probably it's some kind of a god. I didn't check it. I'm more a ancient Roman guy. I didn't check it, so that's the player, of course, but also the apophis, house spread, soul weight. There should be a legend of these words in the manual. That's not required to read, but for myself, if the game is themed, I would like to know what I'm playing, what it's all about, and I think for myself I will add in the manual a lot of add-ons that let the player feel the game, feel the theme more. The other thing about so the manual is set like that. There are the rules, the goal, the gameplay. So this is the gameplay and how to set up the track. That's very useful. I like it. Anatomy of the board. One thing is the text is the font is small. It's readable, of course. It's totally readable. But the fact that it's a lot of text like this, how to resolve the card, it's not very inviting to read this. Personally, I would cut this text into the parts with the titles. So you will do whatever the card tells you to do. Resolve take the top card from the deck. I will name it somehow. Why I do it? Why I take the cards from the deck? So what's the reason for taking cards from the deck? I think the games that are themed would work better when the player knows why he does something. So naming all the actions that the player takes would be, for me, easier to play the game. I haven't played yet. I'm just telling about my how I view the playtest process, and also keep in mind that I'm building a game, so probably I may be more picky. I don't know if it's the right word. I may be more picky than the normal player. Probably normal player just wants to play the game. But the goal of the game is to move Ra from the start of the soundtrack to the end. If any of three Doom tracks, that's those, and I know this from here, so it's okay. Doom tracks reaches maximum, or you run out of cards, and Ra has not reached the end of the space, you immediately lose. Why? why I lose. I'm not into ancient Egypt theme, but I like ancient Rome, so probably it's very close. And it would be nice if I knew why. Even one sentence why this makes me lose would make the play more purposeful, maybe. Because for now I don't get why I have to play it. So where is my agency in the game? Maybe there is no agency in the game. I will check when I will play test. But from reading just the game, I would like to know why I should play the game. So not only you will win, but what I will win. From the theme perspective, it would be nice if I knew for what I am fighting and why I'm even starting the game. I'm not sure if this is only me or just people really like to know why they are playing. So like when I play with my daughter El Dorado, I don't know the full roads to El Dorado, maybe? I don't know the proper English name. So we know we are going to the Golden City. We are trying to find the Golden City. We watch some movies about this, so we know why we are doing, why we are playing the game, why we are going through the jungle, etc. And I think telling your players why they do it, why they're playing the game, for the theme games, I think it can be, maybe not, it's not maybe needed or required, but I think it will help a lot with the experience. One last thought about preparing this process is the less I have to cut, the better I think the experience could be, because cutting, I have this long knife, I don't know how to guillotine to cut it, so it's quite fast for me, but cutting with scissors probably is not very user friendly. So that's my raw experience with preparing this game for the playtest. I'm sorry I didn't want to be I'm mean or something. I hope I wasn't. I treat this as as a study for myself. So okay, I will then record the video how the play goes and give my ideas about the play, about the game itself. I understand. Okay, I understand that the game is not ready. So the final game will have the better manual, probably some flavor text, etc. But from my perspective, when I have to do the playtest, I think it would be nice if the game, if the designer put more effort to make me feel the game as the playtester, because as the playtester I play the game that it's not ready. So I'm either a friend or a family member and I will do it just because of that, or I really need to feel that the game can bring something great, some great experience for me, and giving players only the base rules probably will not help with the experience of the playtesters. That's what I think, but I have never done, I have never prepared the game for the playtesters, so I may be totally wrong, and I will accept any critique of my ideas from you. So thank you very much for watching, and for the creator of the game, sorry, your name is not here. The other thing that I just understood, there should be the name of the creator. So I have just checked by Noah Charles. By Noah Charles. Sorry, Noah, if this was too rough. I'm sure maybe I was too rough for you. So if you prepare the next stage of the game, I promise I will playtest it also. as a way to saying sorry for all the maybe negative. I think they could be constructive feedback for you. Bye. Okay, one more thing came to my mind after I stopped recording. Maybe even two things. I think for the playtesters it would be nice to add in the game files a cover letter or an invitation to playtest that would have the text of the post. So the invitation was the game about and what do you want from the playtesters, and maybe some email or something where the playtesters can post their opinions, because I have clicked on this on the link that is provided in the next post to open the game files. I printed them and I closed the forums. I have to go back to the forum and find the post about the playtesting. So some kind of cover letter in the files would be nice, I think. And one last thing, in the manual should have info that this is the game for the solo player, because it was in the post. Then I printed the manual and I started to reading it, and there is on your turn you will draw a card, and I thought to myself, on my turn, so that's how many players do I need for this game? And I just forgot. So that's the simple things, like the game is for the solo player, and put this in the manual, in the rules. The basic things, I think, should be in one place for the playtesters. Okay, and now that's all, I think. Thanks.